Hey, good evening, and welcome to this episode for the pre-match. And here at the Double Cannon Soccer Show, where we cover the Charleston Battery, everything that's going on. So this week, this pre-match preview is they're going to be taking on the North Carolina FC. So they're traveling to North Carolina tomorrow. I believe it's a 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Yeah, in North Carolina. Looking at my show notes here. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the game, preview the matchup. We're going to have also Coach Pirmann did an interview a little bit earlier this week. I believe it was yesterday. I want to say it was either yesterday or Wednesday. We're going to hear from him, and then we're also going to be hearing from Langston Blackstock, the defender, number 7. So yeah, you see all these papers I got. So get ready with all the show notes. So that's one thing that we're going to do a little bit later on. We're going to listen to those interviews, but also go through kind of like the matchup with North Carolina FC and where Carolina FC is at right now and how many points they have, and we'll talk a little bit about them beating FC Tulsa last week, which is a good win for them. FC Tulsa, I think, is they're in second place in the Western Division, and kind of talk about that, and also talk about the supporters. When I went there 2 weeks ago, when I went to Patriots Point, it's no denying that the two main supporter groups that are there are just awesome. They're just amazing. Some are kind of all over the field. Some are over in the supporters end, general admission. So we're going to touch base on that a little bit, about who they are, how to get a hold of them. And look, and this is an open invitation, as a new Battery fan and also, show host here at the Double Cannon Soccer Show, which we're covering. Like I said, we're covering everything that is Charleston Battery. I encourage any fan, any supporter from either of the groups to, get a hold of me. Let's get on the show. I could send you the link and, go ahead and talk about your passion for the team and who your favorite players are. Do you have a fond memory? Anything like that. So definitely want to reach out to any supporter that wants to come on in, and let's talk Battery. So let's go ahead and get going. So tomorrow's matchup, just kind of looking at my show notes, it's going to kick off tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I believe that it's going to be airing on ESPN Plus. I don't think it's going to be shown anywhere else tomorrow. It's not going to be on the Golazo channel. I don't think it's going to be there. So it's going to be on ESPN Plus from what I have from my show notes. So it's going to be the first leg of the Southern Derby, is Charleston, North Carolina. Haven't met yet. Of course, it's a young season. They did play a preseason match, and the Battery ended up winning that 2-0. So that's something to kind of just take away from, kind of what to expect. Charleston right now is 1-1 and 0. We have 3 points and had a bye week. Charleston had a bye week last week after their awesome home victory versus Rhode Island FC, 2-0 also to that one. So, players that you're going to need to watch this game too. We'll get to that here in a minute. Cal Jennings, he was phenomenal in that game against Rhode Island. Now, North Carolina has 4 points, so they're right above. They're right above Charleston. North Carolina, I think, is in 5th right now. Charleston is in 7th. But North Carolina defeated, like I said, FC Tulsa in week 3. It was a 1-0 road victory for them. Basically the match was tied up for them until like 10 minutes left in regulation, until North Carolina's Pedro Dolabella. So I guess that's somebody to watch for on their end. Pedro Dolabella, scored in the 82nd minute for them to take that win. So let me see. What else? What else? What else? So yeah, this will be the first away game that that the Battery is going to have. It's the very first one. So Charleston's record last season in 2024 was 5 wins, 5 losses, and 7 draws. Not bad. You still walked out of there. You walked out of there with some points most of the time. 12 of those games you walked away with some points, which is a good thing. So let me see. What else? Yeah, so ones to watch. Look, always for the Battery, Juan David Torres is somebody to always watch. I've said it before in a couple of my other podcasts, the other shows, where I think he has a magical left foot. I hope he has insurance on that left foot. Juan David, if you don't have insurance on that left foot, let me know. I have some insurance agents and insurance companies that would love to insure that left foot of yours because it is deadly. It is deadly, mi amigo. Very deadly. So that's one person to watch for. Also, again, Cal Jennings was phenomenal against Rhode Island. I guess for North Carolina, besides who did I say there? Pedro Dolavela. Somebody else to watch out for is Jake McGuire. Torres has kind of been all over the place, whether he's scoring or he's assisting. He's, like I said, you can't say anything bad right now, but about Juan David Torres right now. It's he's just magical right now. Nonstop motor too. This is a cool thing. So if you're into merchandise, and you're into like different kits, so the Battery will be rocking their new threads on Saturday. They'll be wearing their secondary kit, which will be worn for the very first time. They say it's a clean, classy white polo kit. And then North Carolina will be an all blue. So that'll be a thing. So with that too, I want to let you know that Jennings now with his brace against Rhode Island, he's now the 11th all-time leading scorer in league history with 67 regular season goals. It is also his 15th multi-goal game in the USL Championships regular season. It's moving him into second place for most multi-goal games in league history, behind only Dane Kelly that has 19. It's worth noting that Jennings reached 15 multi-goal performances in just under half the games, only 125 games that Kelly had in the USL, which it took him 251 games. So that's something to applaud Jennings for. Awesome stuff, Cal. That's good stuff, man. Here, I don't want to block myself with show notes. It's a lot easier when you get my age and you got some gray hair, man. It's good to have have it here, and I'm not looking down. It's enough of my shiny head right there, shining with the light. So, Team of the Week honors came after the Battery standout, showing in week 2. Luis Zamudio and Cal Jennings headlined the best 11, and Ben Pirmann was named Coach of the Week 2 weeks ago. Zamudio's crazy flying save in the 80th minute against Rhode Island was just phenomenal. That's like, dude, I think Zamudio freaking jumped like 4 or 5 feet in the air. It was ridiculous. He was almost completely horizontal, which was insane. Was also the save of the week, which was nice. That's really cool. So let's see. So talk about milestones. Approaching some milestones. 2 Charleston players are approaching milestones in their USL careers. Mark Segbers is nearing 15,000 minutes played in the championship regular season, and Cal Jennings is closing in on 70 regular season goals. So that's something definitely to root for. Also, Charleston's Arturo Rodriguez will be available for selection again this week. He's served that ridiculous red card suspension in week 2, just insane. So he's back, and then the only one that's not going to be available this week, from what I can see here, let me make sure I don't have anybody. Yeah, is going to be Daniel Kuzemka. I think his knee is causing him a little bit of issues. So that's a little bit of the match preview storylines to talk about. And let's go ahead and take a look right now. Let me go into this game. Right now on FootMob, the Battery have supposedly a 73% chance of winning. 5% say it's going to be a draw, and 23%. Am I doing that math right? Yeah, 22% say that that North Carolina is going to win. We'll see. North Carolina's win last week against FC Tulsa was really good, especially knowing that Tulsa is right now, they're one of the better teams in the Western. So we'll see how that goes. Cal Jennings and the team have just been amazing. So here's some other insights. North Carolina have scored 7 goals in their last 5 matches, and that's, again, some of these matches are from last season, so you got to take this with a grain of salt still until we have 5 matches this season. Jake McGuire is ranked 3. He's ranked 3rd in saves per match in the competition. Mikey Maldonado has also created most of the big chances for North Carolina FC. So, so got to watch out for Mikey. It looks like, I don't know anything about North Carolina, but it looks like Mikey Maldonado is making most of the assists there for North Carolina. So back now to our Charleston Battery. They scored 7 also in the past 5 matches. Charleston Battery have not lost to North Carolina FC in their last 8 meetings. So in the last 8 meetings against North Carolina FC, 4 wins, 4 draws. Doesn't matter if we're playing away or if they're playing at home. It doesn't matter. 4-4, no losses in their last 8 meetings. That's a good sign, and I think that's why the Battery is at 83% right now. They're at 83% that they're going to win. And then Cal Jennings so far has the most shots on target per match for Charleston, about 2.1 shots on target for Cal. So that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I really look, my thing is, I think that Charleston, even though North Carolina right now is above Charleston, I think it's just really because they played 3 games and they have a draw, really. I don't think it's that I really don't see. I mean, if they're 5th in the Eastern and Charleston's in 7th, I really don't see really how that's even a deal. I think Charleston, my prediction, I think Charleston will take it probably 2-1. I want to say 2-1, 3-1. I wouldn't be surprised if the Battery score 3 goals in North Carolina. Weather's going to be good. It might be a little chilly. I don't know if it's going to be as cold as it was. I'll tell you what, 2 weeks ago, the wind picked up there at Patriots Point, and I made the mistake of not taking a sweater or just a windbreaker. And I definitely didn't have the enthusiasm that I'm going to talk about the supporters. Maybe I should have hung out with them. Got a little hot, got a little heated. Started chanting away. Maybe I would have gotten warmer. But I don't think it's going to be as cold as it was 2 weeks ago, actually. So I think it'll be fine. I think the Battery will be good. Like I said, I think they're going to end up going to North Carolina and winning either 2-1 or 3-1. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. And I want to thank the Charleston Battery um, staff for sending me some content here. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of these pictures because I think these are just awesome pics um, about these groups. So, the first group, which I'm going to talk about, which I don't want to get anything wrong because all respect to these guys and women and kids, they're all part of this group. So, the first that I want to talk about is about the regiment. So the regiment was established in 1999. They're proud to always be at Patriots Point. They do are mostly in the North supporter section. They are some of the battery's longest time supporters. They've been following the club from the very start. That's much respect to these ladies and gentlemen that are part of the regiment. They like to host pregame tailgates outside of Patriots Point in the blue lot. And before basically, shouting black and yellow for 90 minutes. And again, primarily they're going to be in that northern supporter section. But they can kind of be found throughout the stadium. So again, if you go to the game and you want to be within the rowdiest, most passionate fans that you're going to find in the pitch, around the pitch, supporting the battery, definitely take a look at the regiment. They have a Facebook page, they have a Twitter page, they have Instagram. If you want to get a hold of them, definitely do so. Just look them up. I believe the regiment on Facebook is facebook.com/regiment 843. So real quick, I'll do it right here. I'll just grab it. I'll just post it here real quick because you got to love technology here. You really do. You got to love technology. So again, if you want to hit these guys up, become a member of the regiment and cheer on the battery. There it is right there. You can go ahead and, kind of write that down, or if you can, I'll post it as well on the description here for the video. So definitely check out the regiment. Great group of people. They still have 2025 membership is available, which you could choose a scarf or a t-shirt, and you could even upgrade to a premium kit and get both. I mean, come on. That's a hell of a deal to join the regiment. Awesome scarf. I'm looking at it right now here on Facebook. So again, touch base with them. Awesome group of people. I was checking them out before doing the show. I can't say enough. And neither can the team. The team is just loves this these supporters. So that's the regiment. So I also want to give a big shout out to let's go ahead and put these guys here on the stage. Barra Charleston. And I said it right. Come on. I'm Latino. I'm Cuban. Let's go. It's Barra Charleston. Again, same thing. You want to get a hold. You want to meet these guys. You're full of passion. You're Hispanic or Spanish, and you can go ahead and cheer along in Spanish. Hey, God bless. If you could do it and you could keep up with the chants, the smoke, the songs, and keep the rhythm with Batucada, hey, go for it. Look for the Barra Charleston. They were formed just recently back in 2023. It is, a lot of similar with the regiment. They are unwavering support to the battery. I will tell you, when I was there 2 weeks ago, those drums did not stop. I don't know everybody who was playing the drums, but if I looked over there, it was people in drums. They were chanting. The smoke was going off. I want to meet the guy in La Máscara. Dude, and La Máscara, dude, that's freaking sweet, man. I almost dropped an F-bomb. That is freaking sweet, man. I love the whole deal with the máscara on, like a luchador, un luchador. I love that. Always vibrant beats. Kind of what you get from Latin America. The atmosphere is just awesome. Again, La Barra, you could see them over in the supporter section behind the north end goal. You're definitely going to know where they're at because you could hear those drums and the chants anywhere in the stadium. Hell, I could hear them. I forgot where I parked because I had media passes to get over there to get some stuff for the show. But I think I parked in the yellow the white parking lot. And man, as soon as I got out, I told my wife, Samantha, I'm like, hey, dude, this sounds cool already. And we haven't even entered the stadium yet. So big ups to La Barra. That's just awesome stuff. So let me see here. And I'm going to pull this as well. I'm going to pull their page here and give them some love, man, because, without these supporters, look, you could have fans come and go. And, but to be honest, man, without these supporters, clubs are just not the same, man. Clubs are just not the same. And the players, you could tell the players just feed off of it. So all love to these guys. I want to reach out to them as well and meet them here coming up in the next home game when I go over there and just be able to hang out with them and chat with them and just get to know other fans, man. They're just passionate soccer fans, man. And like I say in Spanish, somos fanáticos del fútbol, ¿tú me entiendes? Y cuando unos fanáticos están viendo el deporte de fútbol, es completamente diferente para los jugadores. Los jugadores le encanta el ambiente y le da energía. So what I just said there, if you don't know Spanish, it's just the whole energy, the vibe, having supporters that chant, bring the drums, bring trumpets, man, bring everything. Vuvuzelas, man, whatever you want to do, to kind of just pump up the team, man. You could tell the players just love that stuff. So they do. So again, check them out on Facebook. I know they also have, I think, Instagram and Twitter. I think on Instagram, Barra Charleston is Instagram.com Barra Charleston. So, definitely check them out. And here's some pictures too. I want to put some pictures on here of the fans. There's just a lot of fun. I think some of these guys are from the regiment right here. Just having a good old time. And like I said, the players just feed off of it. And I love the flags, man. And that's what really got me to name the show. Not only the logo of the Battery, but it was also, the things that the fans, the supporters were talking about and what they show, like the flag with the skull. Instead of skull and crossbones, you got the skull and the two cannons. That's awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I call it the Double Cannon Soccer Show, to follow the team. So here you go. Los que nunca faltan, the ones that never miss. They're always there. Barra Charleston. I love that, man. I got to tell you guys make me laugh in a happy, good way. This is great stuff, man. This is good stuff. You can see the passion right here from both supporters. And there's my man right there. I got to meet that guy. El de máscara, que tiene la máscara puesto. The one that has the máscara on the luchador mask on. I got to talk to him, man. That guy was full of passion too. The guy with the megaphone is nonstop as well. But the luchador mask guy is just was on fire 2 weeks ago, man. So mad props to you guys. Love the atmosphere. Love the whole thing, man. I can't say enough how cool you guys are, man. So I've been part of supporters groups in the past where I previously lived, supporting hometown or the team closest to me, like in this case, Charleston. And just amazing, just cool stuff. So what I want to go ahead and do is, again, talk about the game before we go into the interviews. Let me go ahead and take a look. So let me put this on here. So, it's going to be North Carolina, traveling to North Carolina, Charleston Battery this Saturday, tomorrow, exactly less than 24 hours from now at 7 o'clock at the WakeMed Soccer Park in North Carolina. So definitely, if you get a chance, if you're going to travel, be safe. And if you can't travel, they will have a watch party, and I'm trying to find it here. Let me add that to the stage. So there is going to be a watch party at Holy City Brewing. Again, game starts at 7. There's going to be some good food there. And $6 pints. It's at 1021 Aragon Avenue in Charleston. So again, if you can't make it out to the game and you don't have an ESPN Plus subscription and you can't make the drive to North Carolina, make sure you stop over at Holy City Brewing, and they're going to be showing the game. That's where the watch party is going to be. If you want, heck, you could even take some pictures. Go ahead and post it, send it over to me. I'll put some pictures on the show next week, or I'll post it on the Monday show. Remember, I'm here Fridays and Mondays. I'm basically like the corner kick for the team and to do pre and post match previews and reviews of what's going on with the Battery. So if you take some pictures, heck, send them over. I'll put them on the show. Make them decent. Don't go crazy. I don't mind beer, a little bit of craziness and a little bit of fandom. But don't send me any crazy pictures. I'm not going to be able to put them on the show. YouTube's gonna hit the show bad if you do that. So there's that information. So let me go ahead and get that going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start here and go into our interviews. And the interviews are provided by Engage Echo. Again, if you're looking to launch, grow, and engage your audience, and you need social media because you do not have time to do your own social media, get in touch with Engage Echo. You could go ahead and go to their website at engageecho.com, or they're across all platforms at Engage Echo.
Can you talk about the last weekend? What worked against Rhode Island? Basically, what was that like getting the win?
Rhode Island's a good team, so we had to come in and just make sure we were doing the little things, just making sure we're picking up second balls, winning our duels. It just felt like the game was going to come to us. We know the quality that we have within the squad, so it's kind of just making sure nobody comes to our house and outworks us, and the results will come.
And with North Carolina this week, what do you personally think you'll need to do in order to leave with the win?
I think it'll be similar. North Carolina presents definitely new challenges, different challenges. So just kind of making sure we're tuned in on the game plan. And we had the week off last week, so we tuned some things up, and we're hoping to put together a more complete performance and come out with the win again.
In the first 2 games of the season, you've proven to be a top defender on the team, playing alongside experienced defenders like Leland and Graham. How have playing alongside these really talented and experienced players really helped you settle in to the team style of play?
Yeah, I think just coming here and kind of being one of the new guys has been good, but when you have people like that around you, even just in the locker room, just being welcoming and helping me out as much as I can, it's always been a positive. I think playing with them's been pretty seamless. Kind of coming in, things are already set up and they know what they like to do and have a good group, good organization, good chemistry. So just coming in and just being myself and yeah, that's kind of it.
Playing on the road presents some challenges. What's your mindset going into your first away weekend with the team?
I mean, I'm excited. I generally like to play on the road. I like to be the villain. So I think kind of just taking that as a team mentality and knowing that nobody there is going to like us. So we're going to have to work hard and fight through maybe not getting all the calls and yeah, just making sure we're just on it.
What does it mean to you to be playing in the first part of the Southern Derby for the first time in your career?
As a Southern boy, it means a lot. Trying to take home the win, make sure we win the Derby. It's my first Derby, so I want to make sure we get the win.
Charleston always has strong traveling support. How much does it mean to you to have the fans behind you on the road?
It means a lot. You know, doing the hard yards, we definitely value that, and we hear you guys each and every home game, and we're looking forward to hearing you guys each and every away game.
Lastly, coming off the bye, you guys have this game and then a bunch of home games in April. I guess what's kind of the mindset and approach, with a schedule that'll be both a bit busy but also playing against some top opponents?
I think our mindset is generally the same. We're going to just go in and work hard and win the game. I think every game we're going in is trying to win, every competition to win. So I think this year that's kind of all we've been looking forward to, is focusing on the details and making sure the big picture matches with all the little goals that we have as well.
You guys just had 2 weeks off. You had a bye week. What did you guys do to not only give the guys a good amount of rest for the season, but also prep them for a next tough couple of weeks coming up?
Yeah, look, the bye weekend in weekend number 3 is always a unique thing. I think when the schedule first came out, we weren't thrilled about it being so early, but it actually was a massive positive. And since it's something we can't really control anyway, give the guys some days off, train pretty hard, recover, and then get back after it this week. So we know North Carolina's good. We know they're going to be very tough, especially at their place in a beautiful stadium and pitch, and they're coming off a really big road win. So going to be a tough match, but we want to be able to just continue to get a little bit better and put our best foot forward to try to go get all 3 points.
Speaking of North Carolina being a tough team, this is part of the Southern Derby, which is a very historical bit of rivalry between you guys. How does that rivalry really intensify the emotions, and how are you guys embracing that rivalry going into the game?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think any game, we played Louisville the first game. They were the defending league champs. We played Rhode Island, who were the Eastern Conference playoff champs, and beat us in the final. And now we're in a trophy match. So every game has a lot of importance to it. John and North Carolina do a great job. They're going to be very talented, very tough to play against, and they're going to move the ball really well and make us suffer. So being able to play for a trophy over the 2 legs is always fun and exciting. You want to lift the trophies. I think last year we were able to get it, but if we weren't lifting or going for a trophy, I think both teams would be balls to the wall and fighting for it. So it's emotional. It's going to be exciting, but I think most importantly, when the whistle blows, it's 11v11, 90 minutes, and let's have it, and hopefully we can put our best foot forward.
And you're going on the road for the first time this season. Going on the road, how do you maintain your playing identity that you've had so far at home, and what are the challenges that being on the road present?
Yeah, and it's a unique one because we're driving. It's a drive versus a flight. So travel will be hopefully relatively straightforward. Our mission and our principles are going to stay the same. We want to be dominant with the ball. We want to be dominant out of possession. We want to transition in both directions, better than our opponent, and hopefully dominate restarts. But North Carolina's want to do the same thing. They just got a road win. They're coming back home. So we have to make sure we're up for the fight. We have to make sure that we're moving the ball selflessly and be able to go for it for 90 minutes and hopefully be able to tilt it in our favor.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you approach a team like North Carolina? I think they're 1-1-1, and their keeper's, I think, tied for first in saves right now. How do you approach that game?
Yeah, I think it's funny because I thought they played a really good game against Loudoun and got 0 points, and then maybe they weren't as strong, a little beaten up against Tulsa on the road, and they found all 3 points. So what it shows is that they're a playoff team from last year. They won the championship in League One the year before. They're winners. So, they're not going to be rattled. So our approach has to be about ourselves, making sure we're disciplined and extra attentive to the details. But it has to go back to making sure that we outwork them. That we our desire is greater than theirs, but in the end of it, they're going to be saying the same thing. So it's going to be 2 tough teams going at it pretty intensely.
There will be some traveling support in North Carolina. Some fans are going to make that drive up as well. How important, meaningful is that for you and the team to kind of have that, falling with you to, when you're behind enemy lines like that?
Yeah, it's not something you can really describe with the words, and in the passion and the emotion that we share with them is unparalleled. Last year we opened up there and we had tons of supporters there, and we were disappointed with a 0-0 tie, but they urged us on and helped us throughout the whole season. And whether it's playing at Patriots Point, whether it's the traveling supporters, that's what we go for. That's what this club and this community is about. And I think furthermore, having this first time on the road, our supporters going to be there coming off the bye weekend. Hopefully that's something that can push us a little bit further against a really tough team.
So there you go. Those are the interviews, player and coach interviews before this week. So again, that's Blackstock and Pirmann. Thank you again for tuning into the show, the pre-game show that I have now every Friday, and I'll be back on Monday to talk about what the results were. So again, check out the supporters for the team, La Barra and the Regiment. Awesome people. Both are great. They're always promoting the team, and hope I get to meet a lot of you when I go to the game on April 5th. That'll be next week. But again, if you're going to watch on ESPN Plus, if you're going to drive out to North Carolina, be careful, drive safe there and back. We always need our supporters, so be careful when you're driving up to North Carolina. And then if you can't, again, the watch party is going to be at Holy City Brewing. So if you can't make it, or you can't watch it on TV, or you don't have ESPN Plus, head on over to Holy City Brewing. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Let's go Battery. Let's go CB93. La Barra Charleston, the Regiment. Awesome. Follow them. Follow them on Twitter. Not Twitter. I shouldn't say Twitter. I mean, I guess the gray hair is showing, definitely. Follow them on X. Follow them on Instagram, whatever they're on. Their information is also on the Charleston Battery website. So thanks again. Have a good game, Battery players and coaches. God bless everybody, and let's go Battery.